Hey guys, Don Brown here, Mr. Too Easy. You are tuned in to Too Easy Network, the Big Ten. So this is where I try to use common sense because common sense is not so common. So shout out to everyone that follows me. Shout out to all my supporters. Make sure you like and subscribe and pass this information on. So I'm here in Pennsylvania. Okay, this is where I reside at. This is where I live at. This is where I reside, resident of. So I was up in the Harrisburg area and I saw a sign and I got it behind me. I'll play it in a few. The sign says, "Stop Trump, vote Democrat, Tuesday, November 5th. Okay. So this doesn't tell you which Democrat, which candidates. It just says, "Stop Trump, vote Democrat, November 5th. Okay. So I'm going to show you this video and then we're going to talk about it. And then look at that stuff right there. Building is all messed up over there. Look at that. That's terrible. So don't say what Democrat to vote for. It just says vote Democrat. Gotta love it. Stay tuned. So it gets better. So let's blow this up. Boom. So it says "Stop Trump, vote Democrat, Tuesday, November 5th. Okay. So there's a school building, windows busted out, everything. Just, it's terrible. It's dilapidated. That's the neighborhood. Look at that. Okay. So there's a few things. Okay. So common sense tells me, okay, and we're going to do this social climate right now. So common sense tells me that with the Democrats that's currently running now, not just in Pennsylvania, but as presidential elects or nominees, they're just saying vote Democrat. Okay. So these Democrats put these signs that say vote Democrat. So you're not smart enough to do research on any candidate because they didn't put their name on there. Okay. So you just they just see you as just a number. Not even a person. We just want you to vote Democrat and care less. Don't worry about who's running. Just vote Democrat. Go in the voting booth. When you see it, just Democrat, 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 Democrat. Better get just bubble the whole party. Okay? So they're believing that you're not smart enough or you're not woke enough to say, let me see who's running. Let me see what platform they're on, regardless of what party. Let me see what their views are, what their standards are, and what they're going to do for me as a voter. Okay, so when I see signs like that, and this is not the first time I've seen it. I've seen a sign like that in Prince George's County, Maryland. Except it was just a big blue sign that just said vote Democrat. So they can care less who you put in there, just Democrat, Democrat, Democrat. Now, maybe some people don't understand, values. I don't understand. Me, I'm a conservative. Yes, I'm Republican. And I ran for office in 2002 in Prince George's County, Maryland. Okay. The Washington Post labeled me as the sole Republican of District 22. SOUL. Okay. Not SOLE, but SOUL. Okay. So that was pretty racist, but hey, no problem. Now, the reason I ran for office as a state delegate was because back then in 2002, the current governor was removing your right to vote for your school elected officials. Now, everyone knows in Prince George's County, Maryland, they got the worst school system ever, thanks to that. Okay, and that was a Democrat that did that. Okay, so you got Prince George's County, Maryland, where it has the African American per capita.
The largest African American population.
The largest American population. African American population.
It's extremely segregated.
Extremely segregated. But even that, The African Americans that live in Prince George County are very wealthy.
Yeah, yeah.
But they don't put anything into the school system.
Right. If an individual goes to a Prince George's County public school system, if individuals in the Prince George's County public school system, they have no other choice but to, if they plan to attend university, they have no other choice. They have no other choice but to attend university in either Bowie State. Where else? What else? What other
Bowie State and University of Maryland.
Yeah, Bowie State, University
Park.
of Maryland. You know why? Because they are behind the 8 ball. If they go anywhere else, they are failing. Okay? The school system is not up to par with the rest of the school system in Maryland specifically. Not even talking about the country, in Maryland alone.
So, with saying that, you have the richest African American population in Prince George's County, but their school system is failing. All of them are Democrats that's in office, and Baltimore look the way it does. Other little places in Prince George County look terrible the way it does. Nothing's being done. No one's held accountable. So let's go back in 2002 when I ran. Okay, so no one knew what my party affiliation was but my family. So I go run, I go put my name on, fill out the paperwork. So everyone that was behind me, they found I'm Republican. So they disperse. Oh my God, you're Republican, you're a sellout. You're Uncle Tom, you're a coon, you all these things. And I'm going door knock. I did grassroots. So what happened was this guy was running for county executive, Jack Johnson, okay? Look him up. He was embezzling money. When they came to raid his home, his wife had money in her bra and in her panties, okay? So then, when I was running for state delegate, there was Tawana Gaines and Ann Haley, okay? So just recently, guess who was caught embezzling money and admitted to it? Tawana Gaines, another Democrat. So when someone asks me, well, Mr. Too Easy, why are you Republican? 1, they abolished slavery. 2, they're for small businesses. They're for all businesses, and they're for all people.
And they're for less government in the home. Less
government. So, when I turned 17, I was 16, my grandmother told me, she says, when you turn 17, make sure you register to vote. So I said, well, Grandma, what party affiliation? She said, don't worry about what I am. This is what I need you to do. I need you to do research on all the parties and make a selection. Once you choose, you stay with that party, no matter what. So I said, okay, now this is let's see, if I ran in 2002, I was 23. So in the 90s, I would say 95. We didn't have Google. So my grandmother had these 30 books, Encyclopedia Britannica. So I was doing research, reading all this stuff, okay? And my grandmother made me read the newspaper every day and learn a word every day out of a dictionary, okay? So she says, you will not play a sport, you will get an education. Can't no one take an education away from you, okay? So hence I joined the Army, but hey, as one of my buddies say that I follow, I have digressed, but let me come back. So I've chosen the Republican Party, okay? So not knowing my grandmother was Republican, my grandfather is Republican, and they're from where? Mobile, Alabama, okay? So I got the opportunity to meet Coretta Scott King. I did security for her back in the day, and she had a what is that? Personal assistant, white guy, and he carries around a trampoline, a little small trampoline she used to jump on, and then she also likes onion rings, it was pretty cool. But other than that, I asked her a question. I was like, what party affiliation? Because she didn't do autographs. I said, what party affiliation was Dr. King and yourself? She said, in the beginning, we were Republican. She said, but we made choices and we changed. So I said, okay. So I learned some stuff, and there was some more conversation going on and on. But when I see stuff like this where it just says vote Democrat, you mean to tell me you're not smart enough to do your own research? You're going to go into a voting booth blindly and vote for a single party. So one of my buddies, he's Democrat, he says, well, Dom, I don't see any Republicans putting these signs up like that. Because we think that you're smart enough to think for yourself. You're smart enough to do the research. You're smart enough when you go in that voting booth, you've done the research and you know exactly who you're voting for. Regardless, there's 100 people passing you little sample ballots, passing you little flyers as you go in. If you go to the voting polling precinct, you should already know who you're voting for. At least that's how I was raised. At least, and people, claim that they're woke. You're not woke, okay? So recently in Prince George's County also, you had a man get stabbed to death over a Popeye's chicken sandwich. This is where I grew up in Prince George's County. But hey, you know what? You guys need to look at the facts, because these days you have Google at your fingertips. You have Alexa at your fingertips. Alexa, what does conservative mean?
As an adjective, conservative is usually defined as disposed to preserve existing conditions, institutions, etc., or to restore traditional ones, and to limit change. As a noun, conservative is usually defined as a person who is conservative in principles, actions, habits, etc. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for conservative.
More definitions. Alexa, more definition of conservative. So technology is at our fingertips, and people don't use it.
Cautiously moderate or purposefully
So
low.
why don't you research, Google, use Alexa, use Siri.
Avoiding novelty or showiness.
You see that?
3. Of or relating to a political party in Great Britain founded about 1832 as successor to the Tory party and characterized by moderate progressivism. 4. Of, relating to, or characteristic of conservative Jews or conservative Judaism. 5. Having the power or tendency to conserve or preserve. 6. Of a vector or vector function, having curl equal to 0, irrotational.
Totally
wherever.
awesome.
As a noun. 7. A supporter
Alexa,
of conservative.
what is a Democrat? Just curious to see what Alexa's going to
The
say.
noun Democrat is usually defined as an advocate of democracy.
That's it.
That's it? Wow.
Wow.
Alexa, what is a Republican? This is awesome.
The adjective Republican is usually defined as of, relating to, or of the nature of a republic. The noun Republican is usually defined as a person who favors a Republican form of government.
Awesome. So,
This was liberalism.
Alexa, what is liberalism?
The noun liberalism is usually defined as the quality or state of being liberal, as in behavior or attitude.
Okay. So, guys out there, hopefully I didn't digress too much. Hopefully I didn't explode your brains too much. And hopefully you do some research before you just go blindly vote Democrat. Why don't you just go out there and learn and educate yourself? How about we do that? So until next time, be mentally strong, physically strong, socially strong like we are now, and spiritually strong. So like, subscribe, go ahead and make the comments, because trust me, when I came out and told people I was Republican, it started a big controversy. So put them all in the comments.
That whole statement, soul Republican, S-O-U-L Republican, you know how racist that shit is? So all black people got soul, huh? All of us got soul. That is
Right.
so racist. So it's okay for black people to be racist against each other and everybody else. But then you want to condemn a whole party and call them racist. When they're the ones that abolished slavery. They're the ones that stopped racism. The Democratic Party, if our government goes completely Democrat, that's when you will see racism. But it's not going to be white against black. It's going to be rich against poor. Okay? And all you people that are low income families and that rely on the government, it's going to be more, the government is going to be controlling you. Okay? Free yourselves from mental slavery.
Until
Period.
next time, peace.